Hello everyone. Hello. Okay, so this is going to be our second video, but we're going to be focusing in on lesson plans 4 and up. Okay, so familiarize yourselves, guys, with this board. I'm not, like I said in the first video, I'm not going to write on it today, but on this board for each video, we're going to have where we're coming from, our topics and objectives for that particular video. I also want you guys to, grab a journal, something to write with. We're going to be coloring in some of the videos. We're going to be writing. We're going to be expressing ourselves. It doesn't matter your age range. If you're not familiar or not familiar, if you're not comfortable with the coloring, then you can express yourself through your words, verbally, or writing down how you feel. But I want to encourage you to grab a journal that you can take notes. This is my son Justice's journal. He's 4 years old. This is one of his journals. If you're comfortable with getting a folder, you can get a folder, get your binder, loose leaf paper, whatever your writing style is, pencils, pens, whatever you're comfortable with. Some people like highlighters, whatever you're comfortable with, okay? So what we're going to be talking about in this video, and we'll do reading in our next video. We're going to be reading different books like this, different types of books. We're going to be also doing Bible studies. We're going to be doing math, science, history, language, arts, spelling. Is going to vary. But in this video, we're going to be focusing in today on states. We're going to be looking at colors, and we're going to be looking at numbers. Just doing a few odd and even numbers. We will have another video for times tables, division, subtraction, addition, but not today. So these are the 3 lessons that we're going to be focusing in on today. And Lord, we just ask that you bless this video. In Jesus' name, let the kids learn and grow, God, in you and in life and in their education. In Jesus' name, amen. Lord, starts with states, guys. I've had this thing for some years now. A lot of these materials that I've taught my son for years, and people that I've tutored. This is some of the materials that I have here. I will eventually get more, but God is telling me to start with what I have, okay? So that's what we're doing. So we're going to look at the states, the United States of America, right? Some people live in different countries. Some people live in different continents. Some people live in different states. We will be looking at different countries and different continents and different locations all around the world in some different videos. But for today, we're going to be focusing in on the United States of America, okay? So we're going to start with A, right? Some states that start with A, and will actually help me to memorize the states. I won't sing the song. But I may leave a link with the song in the description box. So actually help me to memorize the states. I was in 5th grade, and we would go from different activities, and we learned the states through song. And I had to keep hearing that to get it, because we would be quizzed on it, and I had to get a good grade, and that helped me throughout my adult life. So I know all of the states of the United States of America because of that song. So just never underestimate the power of a song or repetition or learning. So we're going to start with A. The states start with A. Just going to leave it like this. It's Alabama, Alaska. You have Arizona, you have Arkansas. So Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas. I do encourage you to pause the video if you need to pause the video. If you would like to take notes, you can. There will be some videos also where we'll be looking at the different cities in some of these states, different counties that are in some of these states. But today we're just going to kind of get a visual of the states, okay? So these are A. There are no states that start with B. There are countries, and there's different cities and places that start with B. But for the United States of America, I don't know of any ones that start with the letter B. So now we'll move on to C. C, and here is California, Colorado, and Connecticut. Some of these places are hot. Some of these places are cold. Some of these places are both. Some of these places have different cultures, They dress a certain way. They eat a certain way. They have a certain jargon. They speak a certain language, right? So this is C, California, Colorado, Connecticut. And I want you guys to tell me below in the comments, if you're comfortable, which state do you live in? Or if you don't live in the United States of America, which country do you live in? And where do you like about where you live, right? So the next one is D, which is Delaware, right? Delaware. F is Florida. I live in Florida, born and raised, and I reside in South Florida. So that's the state that I live in, me and my son and I. So that's Florida. G is Georgia. H is Hawaii. I'm going to leave this here for a minute. Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii. Next, we're going to move to I. Right? I is Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, and Iowa. I'm going to leave that there. That's I. And then the ones that start with K are Kansas and Kentucky. And parents, because I've had this for so long, if I'm missing the state, make sure you drop me a comment below which state I missed. I will greatly appreciate that. Okay, because we're trying to teach the kids together. Amen. So K is Kansas and Kentucky. I'm going to move on to L, which is Louisiana. Right, L is Louisiana, and we're going to move on to M. M and N have lots and lots and lots of states. So the ones for M are Maine, right, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, right, Mississippi, Minnesota. I'm going to give you guys a minute to take notes. And some of you may be saying, what is this here? Our first video, we went over the alphabets. So this is just the uppercase, lowercase. And then here, we have the abbreviations because sometimes, like if you're writing a letter, well, most of the time, and you're mailing it, like for the U.S. Postal Service is going to mail it, and you drop it off at the post office, you may not spell out the entire state. You may just abbreviate the state. Like if I'm writing a letter and I'm sending it to someone, I'm going to put my name, my address, then my city I'm going to put is Boynton Beach, that's the city, comma, and I'm not going to spell out Florida. Some people do, but it's common to just abbreviate it. So I'm going to put FL dot plus my zip code, right? And I'm going to do the same for wherever I'm sending that to as well. So that's where you'll see these. So you can identify states through the actual, state being spelled out. Or when you see these abbreviations, you'll be able to know, okay, that's this state, or that's that state, right? That's also something I had to learn as a child. So those are M. And then moving on to the ones on the back for M, you have Missouri and Montana, right? So next we're going to move on to N. And you have North Carolina, you have Nebraska, you have Nevada, you have New Hampshire, you have North Dakota. When I tutor and teach my son and my nieces and nephews and people that I teach and tutor with the states, I try to tell them that a lot of times if you have a north, you have a south. So there's North Dakota, North Carolina, and then we're going to see when we get to S's that there's a South Dakota and a South Carolina, right? So if you remember with those particular states, if you have a north, then you have a south, and vice versa, which means, or you can switch it, right? So then if you have a south, you have a north, you have a south, right? So these are the ones for N. I'm going to go over them again. North Carolina, Nebraska, we also have New York, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, North Dakota, right? So those are the ones with N. Next we're going to move on to O. O, we have Oregon, Oklahoma, and Ohio, right? We will be doing some videos also focusing in on like the Constitution, different presidents, government, all that, right? So this is Oregon, Oklahoma, and Ohio. P has Pennsylvania. Okay. Next we're going to go to R. Rhode Island. Rhode Island. Next is S, like we talked about, South Carolina, South Dakota, right? T is Texas and Tennessee. I'm going to leave this here for a moment. Leave this here for a moment in case you're taking notes. Excuse me, I am going to upgrade my index cards eventually and kind of make them a little bit more legible, but this is what I had. So this is what we're using for now. We're going to move on to U, which is Utah, right? And then when you go to V, you have Vermont and Virginia, right? Vermont and Virginia. Moving on to W, we have Wisconsin, we have Wyoming, we have Washington, right? And then there's West Virginia. Okay, so all of these states are in the USA. You can call it the United States or the United States of America. Okay, so I'm going to pause this video. And that's going to conclude it for the states, and then we'll move on to colors. Some of the colors, the basic colors. Okay, so the first color that we're going to look at is black. Here's the spelling of it, B-L-A-C-K, and this is the color black. There are some lines, there are some circles of the color black. Okay, I don't have anything on the back. For some of them, I actually have different shades or colors of that same color, you know, so that the kids can identify it, but this is black. And if you could, look around the room where you are, and tell me if you see the color black, or tell me something that you've seen that is the color black. Okay, so the next color that we're going to look at is brown, and both of these starts with B. Brown, B-R-O-W-N. This is the color brown. Some colors of brown are dark brown, light brown, cinnamon brown, but they're all brown. There's different shades. Okay. The next color is green. Green starts with the G. Green, G-R-E-E-N. And some colors for green are dark green, you have light green, you have grass green, you have sea moss green, you have olive green, you have hunter green. Some people may say, I've never heard of those colors before, but some colors do exist. There's different shades. If you go inside of a painting, like a place that paints, you may find one purple and 500 different colors of that purple and 500 different names. As long as you can identify the main root of the color, which is green, right? This may not always matter, but as long as you know that this is green and not brown, and you know that this is brown and not black, and you know that this is black and not green, right? As long as you know the main color, you're able to visually perceive that. Okay, this is yellow. Yellow in this card is a little rusty. Like I said, I've had these for years. This is yellow. Some colors for yellow are sun yellow, right? Sun yellow, light yellow, dark yellow. So this is yellow, Y-E-L-L-O-W, yellow. Next color is pink, pink. Starts with the letter P, and it's P-I-N-K. And some of the ones that I wrote on here, I'm not sure if magenta is a pink. Could be a pink or a red. It depends, I guess, on the mix. But I have magenta. There's pale pink. There's dark pink. There's light pink. And peach is also its own color, but some people may consider it a form or variance of pink. So these are some colors with pink. I don't want to just give you guys a color. I want to kind of give you some other colors that you can keep in mind as well, right? So you can identify that that all connects with that color. Okay, we have a few more after this, about 3 more. So this next one is purple. Starts with P. It's P-U-R-P-L-E. This is purple. And I want you guys to let me know, what are some of your favorite colors? These are just some of the basic ones. These are not all of the colors. These are just some of the basic ones. What are some of your favorite colors that we looked at today in this lesson? And also, I don't have one for white. Well, I do. It's not in front of me. But this paper is white. right? W-H-I-T-E, and it's white, right? But for purple, I wrote down violet, lavender. I don't know why I wrote purple again, but I did dark purple, light purple, plum, right? And I wrote dark purple and light purple again. I'm not sure why, but those are just some of the colors of purple. Purple. Next color we're going to look at is orange. O-R-A-N-G-E. Some of you may be used to eating oranges, right? Eating an orange. This is the color orange, and the orange is actually the color orange, so that's so funny, right? But there's light orange, the colors, dark orange, citrus. Parents, if you would like to add in some more different colors, feel free to do that below as well. We're going to look at blue, B-L-U-E, blue. This is the color blue, and there's different kinds of blues. There are sky blue, dark blue, turquoise, light blue, blue navy, different types of blues. But this is blue, right? And my son has lots and lots of crayons. This didn't come to my mind until now, but I kind of want to just show you guys briefly what I mean by the colors, the different types of colors. I'm going to just show you this really quick. Okay, so these are all blue. Here's a blue, right? That's a blue, that's a blue, that's a blue, that's a blue, and that's a blue. Now, they're all different colors and kinds, but they all range to be blue, right? Blue. Okay. Another blue. Blue. Right? Blue and white. But the main color is blue. Okay. So the last color that we're going to look at for today is red. R-E-D. Starts with the letter R. And some of the colors that we have for red, I put maroon, burgundy, wine, dark red, light red. Okay. So guys, I'm going to pause the video, and then we're going to move into even and odd numbers. I do have different materials for numbers, but we're just going to focus on numbers 1 through 64 today. Green and red, even, odd. I just kind of want to get your child to, identify with these. But in future videos, we'll be doing, like I said, multiplication, subtraction, division, all those different things. I'm going to pause the video and come back on. Okay, so this is our last lesson plan for this particular video. And these are going to be numbers 1 through 10. Now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What I decided to do here was put even numbers in green. So even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So if you're just used to counting either 1 to 10, 2s and 3s, or 1 to 100, or 1 to 20, or whatever you're used to, even numbers are like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. I'm sorry. Odd numbers. I'm sorry. Odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Even numbers will be considered like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So even if you just stop at 10, you'll know, okay, 1 through 10. I know my 1s through 10. Some people put 0 ahead of 1, but it's typically 1 through 10. And the even numbers are the ones in green. So I'm going to give you guys a second to take notes if you want. And the odd numbers are red. So who can tell me one odd number that's in red? Can you tell me one odd number? And then also tell me an even number that's in green. For the even numbers, which one is the lesser number, or the baby number, or the smaller number out of all of the even numbers? Okay, great job. And which one is the highest number, or the biggest number out of the odd numbers? Now we're going to move on 11 to 20. And all I'm going to do is just hold it up. It's like this. It's just the numbers 11 through 20. I want you guys to tell me what are the even numbers here, what are the odd numbers, because these are moving from single digits, which 10 is a double digits, into more of double digits. There's different types of digits. We may be looking at decimals and different things like that in future videos, but this is 11 through 21. So you have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm sorry, through 20. Okay. Now we're going to do 21 through 31. And you guys tell me three even numbers on this one. It's 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. Next, we're going to move on 32 through 42. Give me all of the odd numbers for 32 through 42. Remember that odd is in the red, or it has something red near it. So this is 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. And someone let me know which is bigger. Is 42 bigger than 32, or is 32 bigger than 42? And why? Which one comes first and which one comes last? And does 3 come before 4, or does 4 come before 3? Okay. And now we're going to do 43 through 53. Okay. So this is 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. Could you point to the number 50? Okay, now could you point to the number 44? And could you point to the number 52? And tell me if the number 52 is even or odd. Is 52 an even number or an odd number? Okay. The last one that we're going to do for this video is 54 through 64. And we have 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. 61, 62, 63, 64. Can someone tell me all of the even numbers with 54 through 64, and then all of the odd numbers from 54 to 64? And also let me know what is the smallest even number on this sheet, and then tell me what's the smallest odd number on this sheet. Well, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to see you guys in the next video, and thanks so much for joining.